All right, what's going on, gang? Social media tribe. So today, we're going to be talking some tips and tricks on how to get more good at rucking, or maybe even how to start rucking. If you don't know how to ruck, or if you feel like you want to get better at rucking, or hiking, you know, what have you. Today we're going to be doing 14 tips on how to get better at carrying a pack. All right, let's get into it. You guys are currently overlooking Summit Lake. Summit Lake is currently non-accessible to the general public, and by that I mean that you have to go to an adjacent mountain and walk in. Ask me how I know. And I'm gonna let you guys know that, oh boy howdy, is it not easy. Anyway, so I wrote down a couple tips and tricks along the way of things that I was thinking about that, you know, would be helpful for you guys to know. Things that, you know, even I need to get better at, and that I would like to do a little knowledge transfer rather than my traditional rant. Because maybe I can actually start doing some knowledge transfer instead of just showing you guys, you know, the views that I'm seeing. What a concept, I know. All right, so first is going to be a tight pack. Not only that, but PCCs and PCIs. So this is going to be your pre-combat inspections, pre-combat checks. Now, I know that rucking and hiking is not combat, but nonetheless, they're still called PCCs and PCIs. So you're going to go over the entirety of your equipment. Now, for this current hike that I'm on, I could have prepped and planned for this much better. And I will completely admit that. So at the last second, I decided that I was going to switch over and go with the Molly 2. I was packed down with the Philby, and then by the time I had everything kind of configured on the Philby, I was like, you know what? No, this is entirely too much stuff, and I wanted a frame. But I changed over everything into this pack, and I haven't rucked in this in a while. And there's a few things that I definitely should have checked. I know better. And I mean, for instance, my frame right here was already broken, which is it's in here of going over this, but my frame was already broken, and I was trying to see how long I could get out of this one frame. And yeah, I learned really good, and my shoulder's paying for it. Yeah, so this completely separated, and then this side was digging into my shoulder, and I tried to fix it en route, but I was on a time crunch. By the time that I got to my destination, I needed to make it here by nightfall. My shoulder was kind of killing me, and I was like, oh man, this frame's digging into me more than I thought. And my frame literally just cracked. I mean, it's just snapped in half. Like it's completely separated. But electrical tape and zip ties. So yeah, we'll see how she does. Things break, shit happens. Electrical tape, zip ties, sewing kits. You know, have things on you to repair shit, because things break. I technically made it to this area by dark, but I needed to go down, re-up on water, and come back up here. So by the time I actually got up top, it was like 9:30, and it was pretty damn dark. And then I still needed to eat. I still needed to set up camp. So I actually didn't get bedded down until way later than I would have liked to. So PCCs, PCIs, that would have helped me out a lot here. That and you know, trying not using you're using the correct equipment as well. You know, I should know better that for a 3-day, there's no way I'm gonna rock an assault pack, at least not comfortably, because you know the whole pack light freeze at night kind of thing. And I'm very high elevation, so I'm really glad that I brought my wool blanket. I'm glad that I brought essential things that you need a frame for. All right, so number 2, if you guys are going to have a round in the chamber of your firearms, so for handguns, you need to have a hard case. You need to have an actual holster. For right here, I run it in a M4 double mag pouch, and I do not have a round in the chamber. The trigger is depressed, so this is my backup. This is a you know, oh God, for whatever reason, my rifle's compromised, my rifle's down. Not only that, but I do sleep in a tent, in a one-man tent. And from our last FTX, we were doing a simulated training, and I realized that I cannot maneuver my rifle inside a one-man tent. So while I'm sleeping, I'm completely SOL when it comes to the rifle. So with the handgun, while I'm sleeping, you know, round out of the chamber, and I can keep my handgun on me while I'm sleeping. That's a nice comfort. For the rifle, right? So I am hot right now. There's a round in the chamber. So while I'm moving, my thumb lives right here. So there is no depressing of the safety on accident. My trigger finger sits right here and rests on that magwell. This is the configuration while I'm moving with my rifle. Now, mind you, and you guys will probably see through some B-roll footage, you know, I am moving my rifle around quite a bit. If terrain gets too heavy, if terrain gets too bad, I'm gonna take a round down to the chamber, and I'm just gonna, you know, it is what it is. Now, usually when I'm training with other people, I do not have a round in the chamber. If I'm out here by myself and I'm solo camping, solo hiking, I keep a round racked in the rifle, and I'm trying to be as safe as possible. All right, number 3 is going to be pace yourself. Now, this is something that I struggle with sometimes. This is something that I could get better at pacing myself. I could get better at understanding that, you know, okay, I need to stop every hour, every hour and a half, something like that. You know, I need to be sitting down, getting some lickies and chewies in me. Actually, this is perfect segue right into the next one, which is change your socks. Which, oh wait, no, I combined these into the same one. We're still on point 3. All right, pace yourself and change your socks often. Not only that, but I keep Crocs in here. So every time that I stop, and this is like for a longer halt, right? This is going to be for like, you know, I'm stopping, I'm going to be there for a half hour plus. I'm eating, I'm changing my socks, putting foot powder in my socks. I'm going to take out my soles and try to let them breathe. Now, your soles of your boots aren't going to dry, you know, in a half hour, but it is going to let them breathe a little bit, and that's going to be a lot more comfortable putting your feet back into the boots. You know, give it a little bit more air. It does help. All right, so point 4 is going to be electrolytes. So you can be rocking sport drink. You guys can be rocking liquid IV. You can rock LMNT. There's other ones on the market. Those are the 3 that I use. I'm still trying to bully sport drink into making more flavors and having individual packets. Sport drink so far is the cleanest energy electrolyte that I've had. Electrolytes are huge. I didn't know about this until, I don't know, 2 years ago or so, and I've been rocking, I don't know how many years of training not having electrolytes with me, and it's day and night difference. It is an absolute game changer of having electrolyte powders with you. Some people even do use or like keep like whole bottles of Gatorade. That gets really heavy. Some people will use the gummies. Once again, that's weight. I like the powders because I can add that to my water and I can keep going. Now, mind you, you cannot, you wouldn't think I have to say this, but I've watched men do it. You cannot add an electrolyte powder to a Life Straw water bottle because the filter is going to completely defeat the purpose. It's not going to filter everything, so you'll probably get some, but like, you're using a water filter. So like, why would you add an electrolyte powder to a water filter, right? Don't do that. That's fucking stupid. Yeah, so the biggest thing why you should use electrolyte powders, you are sweating. You are going to sweat a lot. It does not matter if you're drinking a gallon, 2 gallons, 3 gallons. You are now actually going to be worse off, technically speaking, because now you're completely diluted. Now you have even less salt than you would have because you're going to be sweating more, you're going to be pissing more, and you're going to have even less salt in your body. Salt is everything. You need salt. That's literally why you feel like you can feel like sticky and salty and whatnot. Your body is excreting salt. Not technically, but like you need to replenish your salt. All right. So point 5. Weight distribution. Now, this is going to be huge when it comes to your sustainment pouches on both sides. Now, you can't have too much weight on one side and then not very much weight on other. I've seen, and I've done this in the past as well, where I have like all of my sleeping equipment on one side and I have like all my food on the other, and it's completely fucking, it just fucks you up. Not only that, a lot of packs, not all of them, but a lot of packs, they have these straps on the side. You want to be cinching your sustainment pouches down as much as you possibly can if you are running sustainment pouches. Not only that, but inside your pack, you want to have as much of the weight close to your frame as possible. Like the heavy stuff, that needs to be high and tight on your back. So you're trying to keep the bulk of the weight, which is probably gonna be mostly your water. You're trying to keep that close and high up on your back. You don't want to have it really low. That's going to fuck you up weight distribution. You don't want to have it on the sides. That's going to fuck you up with weight distribution, especially if you're out in terrain like this. Weight distribution is huge because if you are out in terrain like this, where you are potentially falling, you are walking over unbelievably uneven terrain. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word uneven, but weight distribution is huge. You guys need to make sure that you're distributing your weight on your pack, and that's not just the Molly 2, that's any pack at all. All right, point number 6 is going to be foot powder and chafe stick. So you want to have foot powder and you want to have some sort of chafe stick. I don't recommend any scented chafe sticks or anything like that, because if you do start to rub raw and you're using scented chafe sticks, then it's going to start burning like a motherfucker. And by chafe stick, I just mean like deodorant stick. They do make like sports ones as well, but for guys that have thick thighs and, you know, dummy thick ass, you want to make sure that you're getting all up in there. And I'm not exaggerating, like around your chili ring, like all up in the gooch, under your balls, like you are just fucking lube that shit up. Because if you're humping miles and you're carrying weight and you have thighs, you're gonna have a bad fucking time, my guy. So make sure that you're lubing up your movement parts, right? Think about it like a vehicle, right? Like anything mechanical, is that if you are having metal on metal, there needs to be lubrication. It's the same thing with your fucking legs. It's the same thing with your armpits, all right? If you're having movement there, which that is your frequent movement points, is right here, here, and here, right? You need to be using some sort of chafe stick while you're moving distances, or you're going to rub yourself raw. I have personally done it. I've seen guys do it, where you rub yourself so raw that you're actually bleeding, and now you're doing this whole... Don't look like a doofy cowboy, all right? You will get made fun of, and by me, all right? I am going to make fun of you religiously. All right, so next is going to be music, point 7. So, music, music is something that you want to be doing mostly with friends. This is friends when you are away from other people. You are being careful and not careful. You're being considerate of other people. Not everyone wants to listen to your fucking music, all right? So the guys that you are around, ask what genre they want to listen to. Ask what people are into. If everyone agrees that they don't like your fucking music, hand over the fucking boombox, my guy. Hand over the aux, right? If everyone agrees that your music fucking sucks, Well, don't be that douchebag. Well, you guys got to listen to my music. Don't be that fucking guy. All right. Play music that everyone wants to listen to. Simple as. And then if you're solo hiking, I only listen to music when I'm stationary. I do not listen to music while I'm moving around. Not only that, I only listen to music at like low volumes. I still need to be aware of my surroundings because this is the most dangerous place that you can arguably go. And when I say that, yes, I feel more comfortable here than I do in urban environments. But in urban environments, it is very, very easy for help to get to me in a very quick and like no bullshit time frame. When I'm out here, if I hurt myself, if something goes wrong, right? Help ain't getting to me anytime soon. And not no fucking time soon. Okay, so next is going to be point 8 is conditioning. So you guys need to be regularly doing cardio. If this is the view that you want to fucking see, right? If this is shit that you want to do in your state, in your home, in my state, wherever, you need to be working out. You need to be running. You need to be rucking at least once a week. At least a minimum of running and rucking once a week. It can be a run or a ruck. But you guys need to be doing cardio for at least an hour and a half once a week. I would say 3 times a week, but like at a minimum, once. You have to, guys. If you're trying to do anything like this or be prepared to do anything like this, you need general conditioning. You're not going to be able to just hop into it. And it doesn't matter if you did this fucking years ago. Now, if you did this years ago, and you used to hike and ruck and run a lot, right? Your body is going to be like kind of I don't have the best phrasing for it yet, but it's easier for you to get back into it, right? But by get back into it, I mean like weeks of conditioning, and your body can be like, oh fuck, that's right, we used to do this. Okay, yeah, no, all right, okay. But like that's weeks of conditioning, right? If you haven't done this shit in years, you can't just hop back into it. That's not how this shit works. All right, so point 9 is going to be if you are hiking or rucking with other people, try to, and this is like if you're in a large group, right? Try to keep with people that have the same pace as you, and you can kind of like, stay together. Not only that, but people that you like, and people that you can hold a conversation with. So, and when I'm saying this, I'm talking like mostly like large open hikes, large open rucks, where you guys have like a set destination, and you guys know that you're gonna separate. Try to keep with people that you've that look like roughly your build, because generally, roughly like same weight, same height, you guys should have somewhat the same pace. And you guys want to stay together. You want a battle buddy. If you are in a large group, battle buddies are huge. Battle buddies it's going to keep you motivated, staying at the same pace as another guy, keeping conversation with him. Yeah. So point 10 is hydrating before. So you guys should be drinking a minimum of a gallon a day for at least 3 days before doing something like extremely strenuous. And when I say strenuous, I'm talking like you plan on rucking for more than 5 hours. You plan on hiking for more than 5 hours. You need to be already pre-hydrated. If you are going into a ruck already dehydrated, if before the ruck you are pissing anything other than clear, you are fucking wrong. And you're probably going to heat cat, you're probably going to fall out, and you're probably going to get made fun of profusely by me. All right, so next is going to be point 12, which is, backtrack. Point 11, stretching. So you guys, same thing as drinking water 72 hours before, 3 days. You guys should be stretching daily. Not only this, and I know that a lot of men make fun of it and a lot of men give shit about it, but like legitimately take a fucking yoga class. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. Take a yoga class. Yoga is like and not like the hippie gay kind, right? If you can, you know, not, if you can avoid, I don't know how you would, now that I've mentioned it, I don't know how you would avoid hippies and yoga, but yoga, YouTube, you're already on YouTube. After this, go watch a fucking yoga video. Or you're on Rumble, I don't know, whatever. But yoga is actually some no bullshit, really, really, really good stretching. And knowing good stretches for like full body, you're gonna feel more limber. You're not gonna feel as tight. You're gonna be able to be more mobile. You're gonna feel like you have movement. If you are in hostile environments, and by hostile environments, I mean, you know, you're moving thousands of feet of elevation just doing this. It feels hostile, right? If you guys watch the fucking the infill video, that all the GoPro footage that I took of my infill video, it felt hostile. It felt like that ridge line was trying to fucking kill me. So it feels hostile. But you guys need to be limber, right? I forget who said it. Oh God, I forget who said it. It was one of the actual riches when you get older in life. Like, being rich is being mobile. Like, that is one of, like, money's whatever, right? But like, being actually rich is still being able to be mobile. You know, being in a fucking wheelchair, breaking yourself, hurting yourself, you know, barely being able to get out of bed, barely being able to get out of a chair. You guys need to be mobile. So like, stretching and yoga is fucking huge. Okay. 12. So I don't know why I didn't put oh, that's right. I was hiking and doing this, but whatever. So pre-foot care. This is gonna be another one. And guys, I've been bad about it too. I will admit, I didn't even fucking realize that it was happening. But I've still working on it. And before the 25 miler, I really want to get it nailed down. It's better than it was. But I've got some gnarly calluses on my feet. And I'm trying to break that down, and I'm trying to get those away, because the calluses are growing out so much that it's actually painful rubbing against my feet, or rubbing against the boots. So not only that, but toenails, right? You guys need to be cleaning your toenails. You guys need to be clipping your toenails. You guys need to be taking care of your feet. And you know, if you got blisters, then you need to be taking care of those. If like no matter what it is, you need to be taking care of your feet before the ruck, like before the hike. And I'm talking days, weeks, like consistently taking care of your feet. If you guys come out here and you got fucked up feet and you got brand new boots, that's another thing. You know what? I'm gonna add that in. Broken in boots. You do not do this shit. Especially if you're in Gore-Tex boots. Do not do this shit without your boots already being broken in. You're gonna have a fucking bad time. You're gonna fall out. You're gonna die, and I'm gonna make fun of you. All right, so 13, adjust your pack frequently. So what I mean by this is actually the perfect platform right here. Try to like set your pack down on a platform like this and cinch it up. You're trying to consistently keep your pack as high as it can go, within reason, right? And you're going to, when you're going uphill, right, you want to adjust your pack so that, at least this is for me, and I know a lot of guys vouch for this as well, but when you're going uphill, I'm going to more often than not, I'm going to completely undo my kidney belt, because I want as much mobility here as I possibly can get. And then I'm just going to cinch down my my chest strap, and I'm going to lean forward. Now, when I'm going downhill, however, I'm doing the exact opposite. So I'm going to completely loosen out my chest strap, and then I'm going to button this down and tie down my kidney belt, and I'm going to lean back a little bit. So you're kind of doing the opposite for what direction you're going, if that makes sense. And if you guys can't envision that, if it doesn't make sense, let me know in the comments, and you know, I could do a fucking tutorial, I guess. All right, point number 14, start cold. No cold weather gear. No fucking cold weather gear. No cold weather gear. You do not start a ruck. You do not start a hike. You do not start a run wearing cold weather gear. Don't fucking do it. And by that I mean like underjohns. I mean like waffle tops, waffle bottoms. We've had, God, dude, we've had so many guys fall out now, and I swear I'm just gonna start doing fucking undergarment checks before fucking rucks and like verifying that, you know, no one's wearing fucking undergarments, because so many motherfuckers, they're like, oh, but I was cold when we started. I don't give a fuck that you're cold. You'll warm up, motherfucker. That's what we're moving. You don't think you're gonna be fucking sweating? Like, fuck. Like, I don't know how many guys I have to tell this to, and I don't know how many times. So I'm gonna start harping on the internet. Stop doing that. Knock it the fuck off. Start cold every fucking time. You will warm up. Now, within reason, okay? Within reason. If it's fucking dumping snow, all right, you know, put on a waffle top, whatever. If it's like pissing rain and it's howling and it's windy, it's just absolute shit, okay, sure, wear cold weather gear. But if it's just brisk, if it's just, you know, like cold-ish, you'll warm up, dude. You're gonna fucking sweat. You're going to sweat. I'm sweating. I'm just wearing this, okay? I was sweating this is the second, I have 2 shirts, okay? I rotate out shirts because I sweat. Like, that's a thing that you do. You're human. If you're drinking water and you're properly hydrated and you're moving, you're gonna fucking sweat. You're gonna sweat a lot, okay? So, and that's, also, this was part of 14. Comfortable clothes that breathe. So don't be wearing like super fucking thick wool clothes. Don't be wearing, you know, super thick clothes that you've never worn before. And like, wear clothes that are comfortable. Wear clothes that you can fucking move in. Wear clothes that are yeah, I don't know how to harp on that anymore. Yeah, man. I sell military surplus. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And yeah, do push-ups, drink water. I'm gonna do push-ups right now. You guys should do push-ups with me. Watch me do push-ups. Okay, I'm gonna do 25. You guys, while I'm doing 25, you do 25. You know why? Because you're fat. That's why. And you know you are. Don't you fucking lie to me. Fat fuck. In cadence! No, I'm just kidding. All right. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching my content. Buy my stuff so I can keep coming out here and justify making content, because you guys keep buying my stuff. And then I can do shit like this, and I can make videos for you, and it's like a trade thing, right? Yeah, ape together strong. We're gonna fucking make it, boys.